Hi everyone, today I'm doing 17-week pregnancy update. I've written notes this time, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to give more information than my last one. Excuse my deep manly voice, I'm a bit unwell at the minute. Well, I'm getting towards the end of a nasty cold, so I wouldn't like to call it a cold because it did not feel like a cold. Anyway, yeah, so I'm 17 weeks and 6 days, so I'm almost 18 weeks. But like I've been unwell this week, so I was in no state of doing a video. So let's start with. Okay, so first thing, I'm very conscious of this video about saying I'm going to try not to say it. So if I breathe or break very often, it's because I'm trying to think of another word that can join sentences. And maybe that I could say whilst thinking instead of it. So, my weight this week, well, before I even found out I was pregnant, I was 11 stone 7. A lot of the pregnancy videos I watch are Americans, or they put it in pounds, so I work in stone, so sorry if that's awkward. So yes, I was 11 stone 7 before I even found out I was pregnant. When I had my first hospital appointment, I was 11 weeks pregnant and I was 11 stone 4 pounds. This was probably due to the fact that I was throwing up every morning for the first 3 months of this pregnancy. So now I weighed myself this morning for this video, and I'm 11 stone 7 pounds again, so I'm pre-pregnancy weight, but if you think of what I was after the sickness stopped, I have put on 3 pounds, if that makes sense. So I haven't really put on a lot of weight. I've got a tiny bump, but it's nothing, it's not, oh my god, you look pregnant kind of bump. Nobody says anything or looks at me, or, you know, I went to an antenatal class this morning for the first time, and people were like, oh, how far down are you? Not very far. So yeah, I'm pretty small still. I can't wait to have a bump. That's the best bit of being pregnant, I think. I was moderately big on my first baby, Oliver. On Holly, I felt ginormous because I didn't just carry it on my stomach, I carried it everywhere. My legs were bigger, my thighs were bigger, my waist was bigger, everything was bigger. So if I watch the way I carry this baby, and if it is just my stomach, then maybe that's a clue that I'm having a boy. I don't know, because on Oliver it was all stomach and everywhere else was still pretty okay, you know, but on Holly everything exploded down to my ankles. So yeah, that's weight. I had a few letters in the post this week saying that my bloods came back normal, my iron levels were great. Even though I've been really tired, I was kind of hoping that they didn't come back quite so great, so they could give me something for that, because I've been really tired. But I guess that's just normal, being pregnant with 2 children to look after anyway. So my iron's great, so everything came back normal. I also had a letter to say that I'm low risk because I had my Down syndrome test. I'm not sure if everybody will know what I'm talking about when, but over here it's kind of you kind of have it, and then depending on the results you go on to have further tests. But me and Peter have always said that if it came back high risk, we wouldn't have further tests. I wouldn't have the needle through the stomach, and each to their own, but we wouldn't have that. We would just carry on as normal, and if what is meant to be is meant to be, we wouldn't have all those tests, because it's not just the thought of having a needle through the belly and to try and avoid all that, but we just think that we're not a religious family, but if what we're given is what we're given, then, you know, if we got a healthy, happy baby, then we're very lucky. But if we don't, then we just carry on, I guess. I hope people don't think anything bad of me by saying that, but yeah, if it came back high risk, we wouldn't. That was it. We wouldn't go back and have more. But it came back low risk, so that's good news. And what else has happened? We've had our date for our 20-week scan, which is on the 15th of April, which is 4 days before Oliver's birthday. So we're kind of excited about that, and hopefully we'll be able to take him with us if we can find a sitter for Holly, because we took Oliver when we were having Holly, and it was a bit awkward because of his age, but Oliver's 4 now, so he'll be good as gold. He is good as gold, he is. So if we can find a sitter for Holly, then we hope to take Oliver with us, because I think it'd be a great thing for him to see now he's older, and I'd like to see his reaction and whatever. So that's on the 15th of April, just before his birthday. So maybe he'll get a boy result for his birthday present, I don't know, that's what he really wants, but we'll be happy either way. Like I said, we're not fussy, as long as it's happy and healthy, we don't mind. In terms of sickness, it's gone, and seems to be gone for good, touch wood. I was sick once this week, but that was due to having a cold and coughing, but I won't go into too much detail of that, as TMI, too much information. I don't know why I explained what TMI means, because the majority of you will know. So, but I've had a lot of headaches. I've had to take paracetamol a few times. Usually I just wait headaches out, but it's to the point where I'm like, I need to sit down, and obviously with having 2 other kids I can't really do that, so headaches have been a big one. Tiredness is a little bit better. I've a lot more energy. I find that I get really tired if I sit down and don't do anything. That sounds really ironic maybe, but I feel on certain days of the week is a lot busier, where I have I'm doing a course, and then I have antenatal class, and then Oliver has swimming. I find on those days it's really jam-packed. I don't really have time to think about tiredness, and it doesn't hit me then until the kids go to bed, but then there's nothing to do, so I don't mind. But I find that if on days I haven't got anything to do, and I'm just sat maybe watching telly with Holly for an hour, then I'm like, oh god, I could fall asleep. So I feel keeping busy may help, but it kind of defeats the object. I don't know, it doesn't really make no sense, but that's what works for me anyway. I'd like to talk about my cravings. I didn't really speak about them last time. I wouldn't say it's a craving. Actually, yes, I would say it's a craving, because I need to eat it at least maybe twice a day, and I have a packet of them in my handbag at all times and in the car. So yeah, I would say it's an issue. It's basically salt and vinegar. Does not have to be precise. I don't mean like on food or whatever. I'm not like piling it on. I mean crisps, salt and vinegar crackers, salt and vinegar chips, salt like the crisp sticks. Yeah, salt and vinegar is an issue. Like really sour stuff. Because I've had a really bad cold, as I said, and my neighbour brought me some lemon and ginger round and said make it into some kind of tea. So me and Peter did that, and by the way, it worked fantastic. And when he chopped the lemon up and squeezed them into the tea, there was the slices left over, and I was just sat there munching on them. And I munched on so much that my teeth were hurting then when I was eating, because I must have removed a lot of goodness off my teeth. So yeah, it's really bitter, sour stuff, which I've heard leans towards boys, but I don't know. I don't really want to be here and be like, well, I'm a boy, I know it, because I haven't really had any thoughts like that, and so I don't know. I'm keeping an open mind, but it does lead towards a boy. I've heard sour stuff. So I think that is everything. Cravings, weight, blood results, gender scan, well, it's not really a gender scan, sickness and headaches and tiredness. So yeah, I think that is everything. I'm going to do a belly shot now. It's not really much different to last week's, but everybody does it each week, so I guess I should follow in suit. I haven't got an appointment now until the 15th of April, so nothing really is happening until then. I probably have more bloods done. But I'm still going to do a vlog every week, because like I said, I wasn't a YouTuber when I was pregnant on Holly and Oliver, so I haven't really got anything to look back on, which is quite sad really, because I took a few pictures of my stomach and stuff, but it'd be nice. It's nice that I'm going to have a week-to-week thing to look back on this one, so I'm going to continue doing it every week. If things aren't different, the videos will be slightly shorter. I won't keep repeating myself, you know, because you can just look back at the week before. I'll just say if things have stayed the same, weight plus, gain, whatever, loss, I don't know. So I'm going to do a belly shot now, and thank you so much for watching. My next video is the 28th of March today. is going to be my March favourites, obviously, so I'm going to probably do that before April gets here, so I'll maybe record that either tomorrow or the day after. So I've got quite a few March favourites to record, and yeah, that's all. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Okay, so this is the belly with my top down, and top down at the front, and the side, and then lift it up. I have maternity jeans on, which are extremely comfortable. So yes, I hope you can see that because the wall's white. I'll try and put my cardigan there so you can see. There you go. So yeah, it's really, you know, it's there. It's definitely there. I actually feel I look bigger now. I said I didn't look really pregnant, but actually I feel I do now.